When it comes to the comedy classic Dumb and Dumber, I think something that doesn't get talked about enough or noticed enough is the fact that it's just how phenomenal Jeff Daniels is as Harry Dunn. I mean, like, the fact that he was able to keep up with the improvisation of Jim Carrey's comedic genius, and just, especially with his dramatic background and being like a classically trained actor. I mean, like, right before Dumb and Dumber, Jeff Daniels had done the epic war drama film Gettysburg, which I watched, you know, for the first time and only time about 4 years ago, because it's like seriously like 4.5 hours long. But I mean, it's definitely worth a watch. I mean, especially just to see like how versatile of an actor he really is. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think that back in '94, I mean, Jim Carrey had put out The Mask, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Dumb and Dumber. But recently I finally had the chance to watch Mask for the first time, and I'm sorry, I mean, like, if you like The Mask, that's great, but I personally think it was a god-awful piece of shit. And even Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, I finally watched that a couple years ago from beginning to end. Like, I'd seen bits and pieces as a kid, but I never really watched the entire thing. And like, it was okay, but of those three movies he put out in '94, Dumb and Dumber is definitely the best one, and it's definitely one of his better roles comedically too, in my opinion. I mean, I think another Jim Carrey film that I love, aside from this one, would definitely have to be Me, Myself, and Irene, which was also directed by the Farrelly brothers. But I think one of the most important themes in Dumb and Dumber is just overall friendship. Like, because it doesn't matter, like, even though the two characters are essentially living in poverty throughout most of the movie, it's like, as long as they have each other, you know, it's like it just kind of makes it more tolerable to go through those like rough patches in life. This is definitely a movie that you should not watch if you're hungry, because I swear it seems like every 10 minutes it shows them just eating in a diner, and it always looks just, oh my god, just way too divine, despite the fact that it's probably crappy, shitty, like Denny's diner food. And I just love all the crazy encounters they have with people, and like some of the improv, like especially like I love their interaction with Seabass, who's actually Cam Neely, which was a professional hockey player on the Boston Bruins back in the 90s. I mean, I didn't know that until, you know, a few years ago. Not that I was ever really into hockey. And then, yeah, of course, that part towards the end, like the part where Jim Carrey's like, big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
Hey, guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
Like, those were just two guys that happened to just be in that parking lot, and they're like, if you guys want to just be here and be part of the film, you're just going to be unpaid extras. So I think that was great that Jim Carrey thought to just, you know, get them involved somehow by just speaking random dialogue. But yeah, the overall chemistry between Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, as I said before, there's no one else that could have played off of Jim Carrey's craziness other than Jeff Daniels. One of the other things that stands out in this film, besides the timeless comedy to me, is definitely the soundtrack. I feel like it's kind of an underrated aspect of this film that doesn't really get talked about. I mean, one of my personal favorite songs in this film is the Where I Find My Heaven by, I believe that it's a band called the Gigolo Ants. And then I always, of course, love the Take a Picture song. And I mean, yeah, the Boom Shakalaka intro, absolute classic. It's so hard to pick a favorite part in this film, but I mean, I've always loved the beginning when Lloyd's first driving Mary to the airport. Because to me, it just seems like Lloyd's like a modern day, like, nowadays it would just be like the overly eager Uber driver that's talking way too much. And to me, when he's driving Mary to the airport, I mean, like, yeah, of course he's in love with her, but it just seems like Lloyd's, it's his Friday, he's got a 3-day weekend coming up, he just got paid, he just got his tax return, he took that first Zen, he's got a screaming cold 6-pack of Heineken back at home in the fridge, and he knows as soon as he gets home he's going to get absolutely annihilated. You know, I wanted to make add an honorable mention to Teri Garr, rest in peace, as Mary's stepmom Helen. Like, she, first of all, in this film, like, she's an absolute goddess, but she's hilarious too, and she's got a lot of pizzazz, I mean, and I personally think she deserved more screen time. Because I mean, yeah, as I said in the Beautiful Girls, you know, movie review about Lauren Holly, like I just think, I mean, like she's gorgeous, but she's kind of boring in this movie. Like she doesn't fucking offer anything except for, like, I mean, I hate to, you know, say this in a connotative way, eye candy, but she is really nice and patient, you know, so I'll give her that. Which, by the way, when Harry takes a massive shit in her bathroom, the bathroom that doesn't work, which is essentially every person's bathroom in Portland, Oregon, no one thinks to have a lock on the door or toilet paper either when it comes to a Portland bathroom. Which, yeah, I feel like when Harry takes that dump, that's essentially how I feel every time I go into work on a Monday if I'm on day shift and I'm just blasting out the weekend, if you catch my drift. But yeah, I think honestly if Dumb and Dumber came out to this day, it would still be just as phenomenal as it was back then, and you know, and that's why it holds up so well, because you know the comedy is undeniable, and I just think overall the underlying theme of the film is just friendship and just having a bond with someone, and just, you know, and if you have that bond or friendship with someone or more than one person, you know, it can just make any bad situation not so bad. You know, it's like, well, it's like our lives suck, but at least we can hang out with each other and get fucked up. It's just too bad that they waited way too long to come out with Dumb and Dumber 2. I mean, because in a perfect world, like, they should have made a second one maybe like 2 years after this came out and have it pick up right where they left off, like just walking aimlessly down the road, because like I've always wondered, it's like, where did they end up, you know, like where could they have ended up? You know, I think it would have been cool if they just ended up in some small town somewhere and they ended up working in a kitchen somewhere and maybe worked their way up the ranks and, you know, eventually end up running the restaurant, becoming successful, and, you know, it just... But unfortunately, yeah, the second one, it's one of the worst fucking movies ever made. But yeah, aside from the shit I talked about Lauren Holly's character, I think everyone in this movie did an absolutely phenomenal job. And this is a movie that I will forever revisit every couple of years. It's funny because I own the unrated version on DVD, which like that has like 15 to 20 minutes of extra scenes. And when you see these extra scenes in the unrated version, it's pretty cringeworthy. Like if they would have left that stuff in, I don't think Dumb and Dumber would be the masterpiece that it has been known to be to this day. Check out Dumb and Dumber, and especially check out Me, Myself, and Irene with Jim Carrey. It's just as good. Thanks for watching Blackout video, and until next time, I'm gay.
It's not tragic to die doing what you love.
I feel fantastic! I wanna fuck something!
You know, when we do go up, I'm gonna miss this place.
I just want to go home.
Why is that good? You might as well ask, why is the tree good? Why is sunset good? Why is boobs good? What are you doing?
I told you I need a drink, so I'm gonna help myself. Okay, pal?
Oh.
Doesn't it?
I'm not going home. Not really.
Really, I was just sitting in my car contemplating suicide.
Sure.
Too early in the morning for that.
Sounds good to me. I need a drink.
I'm hungry.